people, citizens, can hold the cops accountable. If they're using aggressiveness on us when we don't even deserve it, we can kill them. If they're going into our house or our car without permission, we can kill them. But I believe a lot of people are just going to start killing cops just because they got stopped. Oh, they were aggressive towards me, so I shot and killed them. And in this article, a lot of cops say they're like, man, like they're trying to fight against this. But I truly believe it's going to get to a point where a lot of cops are going to quit. A lot of cops are going to retire.
Excuse me on the tier. It's Saladino. Program time.
Yo, Michman Secotlok Deshpa, mi saludos y respetos, black. Greetings to all. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Unfortunately, around the world, man, it's not looking too good, man. We got the snow hitting heavy over there on the East Coast, and we got thunderstorms over here in the West Coast, Northern California, getting flooded. By all means, I want to get straight to the point here, man. Lately, I've been coming across a lot of videos, a lot of controversy. People talking about the end of the world, the end of times. Like we're living in the final days. We all have different beliefs. We all have different ways in how we see the world. I'll tell you what, man. When you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Therefore, it's always good to listen or to whatever chismes are out there. Doesn't mean you gotta believe in them, pero sabes que? Always have a plan just in case. Plan A, Plan B, and Plan C. Hey, saying, homie. So listen up, cause we're gonna get laced up right here. And for those who don't know, my name is Manny the Jaguar. Welcome to Hoodwise. So there's a lot going on around the world. One thing that did catch my attention was these new laws. We got new laws in California and this other law in state of Indiana. Man, it's almost like, wow, we're heading to a recession. There's rumors of the dollar collapsing. We're due for a new currency, whether digital. Hey, there's going to be changes, big changes in this world. Just like we had coronavirus cross our path a few years ago. I think that was an experiment just to see how far the government or these secret societies, those of who claim to control us, want to know how far they could go. We've seen those who could remember we were having trouble in keeping up with change, money. I remember going to McDonald's and I was told either pay with debit or if I had the cash, I had to be exact because they didn't have no change. They didn't have money to give back. When they opened up after COVID, going to a hockey game, everything was behind a screen. You had to keep away from people, keep your distance type of shit. Oh, they weren't playing because if you wanted to drink a beer, you had to drink at the cafeteria. And I don't think you were allowed to take your drinks and food back to the seats, which was boring for a hockey game. No cash. No cash. Everything was debit or credit. Little by little, I think they're trying to strip us off cash. I think we're due for a change. Anyhow, that's not what I want to talk about, but I do want to touch on that on a different video. What I want to talk about is the state of Indiana, where it's becoming a lawless state. Police officers in Indiana are speaking out against a new law that gives citizens the right to use deadly force to protect themselves against public servant who oversteps his authority. Okay, I'm reading off this little article here. Tip my hat to a newspaper called The Week. So it says Tim Downs, president of the Indiana State Fraternal Order of Police, says the law signed in March by Governor Mitch Daniels, but only now getting national attention, might give people the impression that they could shoot police with impunity. It's just a recipe for disaster. A brief guide to this controversial legislation. What exactly does the law say? I mean, imagine that. If you wake up in the wrong side of the bed, that means you could, what, shoot a cop just because you want? Wow. I mean, as it is, we got a lot of people standing up against authority nowadays. Not giving a, about their lives, their own lives. They just want to make a statement and maybe look cool, come out on the 6 o'clock news. Who knows? Is it worth it? Come on, man. We're human. People are just trying to do their job. Maybe 10 years back, we wouldn't hear me say this, but hey, man, you know, that's a sign of maturity, no? Keeping it hood-wise. Anyways, back to the article. What exactly does the law say? It authorizes people to protect themselves or their property by using deadly force in response to unlawful intrusion by a public servant. Essentially just a public servant specific amendment to the state's 2006 so-called doctrine bill, which allows people to do whatever they have, stop someone from illegally entering their home or car. It's almost like self-defense, right? I guess this time these people are not going to get prosecuted. Back to the article. Indiana is reportedly the first state to specifically allow the use of force against police. The new rule was passed with a nudge from the National Rifle Association, which has pushed permissive gun laws around the country. It says, why did Indiana push this law? The state Supreme Court had previously ruled that the citizens had no legal right to resist police officers, even in case of unlawful entry. So before this law was passed, explains Republican State Senator Michael Young, people had no legal right to protect themselves from abuse at the hands of authority. He says, a homeowner could do nothing in the hypothetical case in which he returns home to find a police officer raping his wife, other than filing a lawsuit later. Wow. Crazy how they put it, huh? So it says, is this really necessary? Not according to law enforcement officials. Yeah, now they're shooting bricks, huh? They're like, damn, these people are just gonna stand up and, hey, maybe people are gonna think before they go sign up and wanna join the police department, huh? He has the legal right to shoot a police officer in dispute. It just puts a bounty on our heads, the local police officer says. Downs tells Bloomberg, Sergeant Joseph Hubbard, for one, says he now worries that every time he pulls over a car, the driver might shoot him and cite the law as justification. Somebody is going to get away with killing a cop because of this.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I sat there and watched a video of a dude make a video on this, and I was like, let me go do my research. I went and did my research, and it's true. This law was passed in March of this year, but now it's becoming national news. Now it's getting traction. Now people are starting to hear about it. And it's really crazy. It's a lot of people are like, oh, that's good, that's good, that's good. But you got to see it from another point of view, y'all. We think it's good because now people, citizens, can hold the cops accountable. If they're using aggressiveness on us when we don't even deserve it, we can kill them. If they're going into our house or our car without permission, we can kill them. But I believe a lot of people are just going to start killing cops just because they got stopped. Oh, they were aggressive towards me, so I shot and killed them. And in this article, a lot of cops say they're like, man, like they're trying to fight against this. But I truly believe it's going to get to a point where a lot of cops are going to quit. A lot of cops are going to retire. They're like, nah, I'm not finna work for y'all. I'm sitting here laying my life down every day to do what y'all want me to do, protect and serve Indiana. And you're telling me that you're passing a law to tell Indiana citizens that they can kill me, while I'm doing my job. And, you know, I believe a lot of cops are going to quit. And then where does that leave Indiana? That's going to leave Indiana with the crime rate going way up and not enough cops to bring it down. But we're going to see. Man, this is crazy, y'all. Get right with Jesus if you haven't, because it's about to get real wicked.
So, man, this is a very interesting article. I thought maybe I could share it with you guys. Trying to kick it off a little differently, starting the new year. There's other things I want to cover as well. I know Chicago was also going to start with, like people were talking about a purge. I think their local board or council didn't pass a budget, so they weren't going to have, I guess, money to have law enforcement or firemen out there that the taxpayers pay to have serving the public. And they were kind of worried about that, but I haven't heard anything about it, so before matters got turned over to your local thugs, your local cholos. Oh no, in Chicago there's no cholos. What they got, the Latin Kings, disciples and shit. Saludos to everybody out there in Chicago, by the way. And hey, if there's any raza out there in Indiana, I tip my hat, man. Ladies and gentlemen, just be careful, man. I mean, all I could say is sometimes they just overdo it. Want to add a little too much crema to the tacos, make it sound like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? People are gonna go out there and start shooting cops, and they're gonna take advantage of this new law and whoopty woo woo. But I mean, in reality, I mean, we should all have a right to defend ourselves. I believe that when and how you know how to make wise decisions, when and how you're not gonna jeopardize the well-being of anyone else around you or behind you or in front of you or around you all the way, que no? But anyhow, I mean, I don't know if this is gonna really stick. They're gonna appeal or what. I mean, like this officer says, just want to take advantage of the simple fact that they're able to defend themselves, knowing the fact that if they pull out the gun and let the Huda have it, pop, pop, they're not gonna face any serious consequences. I mean, I don't know, man. There's a lot of crazy stuff going around the world. It seems like we're heading into an all-around revolution. I keep telling people, there's a worldwide revolution from different countries, local cities, the normal way of living to the street, neighborhood, you know, gangbanger lifestyle as well. Things are changing. Hey, the times change, people change. Freedom of speech, equality. Is freedom really harming us? When you give your kid too much freedom, sometimes they end up getting in trouble, messing around, getting too comfortable. Comparing us now as the country, giving us too much freedom. You know, sometimes we tend to get over ourselves, you know. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. And with that said, I just wanted to share with you guys what's going around across the states. If you like to, you're more than welcome to drop your comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this law should stick, not stick. And they're talking about some of these laws and some of these concepts or ideas are heading our way. Who knows? With that said, I'm your homie, I'm your boy right here, Manny, the Jaguar Man. Por favor, do me a favor, subscribe and like. 2023 is ours. It's yours, it's mine. We're gonna shine, man. We're gonna do this. You welcome aboard, homie. If you're just cruising on by, don't even trip, potato chip. We all good, man. Hope you liked the video. Ya sabes, much love and respect. Full blast.